into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself whole again. I'll give you my love. Can't give you my love. No, I'll give you my love. Can't give you my love. I'll give you my love. Into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself whole again.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up. And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. Why do I need to be good all the
And the lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call on me to just call on me to just call on me to just call on me to
Hallo, herzlich willkommen an diesem wunderbaren, recht kalten Freitagabend, dem Genshin und Daima Abend. Ja, ich habe bis eben noch Dragon Ball Daima geguckt, vorher noch gearbeitet, deswegen wurde es halt ein bisschen später. Aber das soll uns nicht stören. Wir spielen trotzdem ein bisschen, vielleicht nicht allzu lang, aber ja, gehen trotzdem rein. So. Das ist der Sound des Games. Ich würde sagen, wir werden auch nicht lange, wir gehen auch direkt erstmal in die Story. Wieder rein. Und warten bis morgen früh. 8 Uhr. Sagen wir 9, noch ein bisschen ausschlafen. So, wo soll ich jetzt
We have work to do.
genau hin? Hab ich doch. Hab ich doch? Oder bei, was steht da morgen? Muss ich noch, weil es heute immer noch ist. Ja, hier waren wir schon nach 12 Uhr. Ich glaube, das ist das Problem. So, okay, geht's jetzt weiter? Ja.
Hey, so Shenhua.
Guten Abend, Ahn. Wie geht es dir zu dieser späten Stunde?
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh, how did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend.
Warum auch nicht?
For this, I am very grateful indeed.
Katze.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Okay.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningwang's little helper how the progress is going.
Oh. Muss ich dich da hinsetzen? Oder setz dich nicht wieder auf die Tastatur, bitte. Danke.
After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly.
Du, weil ich verstanden habe, wollen wir immer noch meine Schwester suchen. Also so langsam wollen wir aber auch nicht hier.
Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Oh, falsche Richtung. Und dahin. Aber ich würde sagen, wir gehen mal über die Straße. Guck mal, ist zugebaut. Quasi. Wandert wahrscheinlich auch hoch, ne? Geil, hast du gerade deinen Kopf auf meine Tastatur gelegt? Ups. Weiß ich jetzt noch nicht so. Kylo. Wehe, das Stimmen geht aus wegen dir. Schon wieder. Hallo Echo? Nein, das ist gar nicht so passt. Ich habe gerade erst angefangen.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Ich habe erst nicht gelesen, was sie sagt. Und ich dachte auch so, hä? Muss ich die kennen? Paimon scheint die zu erkennen. Aber nee. Okay.
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Ich habe mir noch ein bisschen mehr Dank irgendwie erwartet.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Die haben ein bisschen mehr Charakterdesign als diese Assistentin da.
Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vatuian Osile, right? Oh, sure enough, your reputation precedes you.
Wer war Osail?
Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Okay.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry, I'm not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. Well, from today on, I guess all of us are friends. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed.
Das weiß ich noch nicht.
To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make.
Wir arbeiten zusammen. Ich traue nicht.
Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Nein.
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Ich weiß nicht, wer Meister Zhang ist, aber auf den kann man sich verlassen.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Lass mich raten. Sie ist die göttliche Jungfrau der Verwüstung? Gut, dann gehen wir mal zu dem Typen. Und da lang. Folgen wir der goldenen Spur. Ja, Chang.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No? We were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of this stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Okay.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation also takes place on that mountain.
Ja, es ist hundertprozentig sie, basiert auf ihre Geschichte oder
I
so.
hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
So. Oh, das ist ja gar nicht weit weg, du. Gar nicht weit weg. Ne, Keilo. Gar nicht weit weg. Okay.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the Divine Damsel of Devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh. Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the Divine Damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Oh, Paimon. So mit göttlicher Auge war das. Geo-Siegel. Nimmt man. Ups. Klettern wir mal. Gott, das geht ja viel höher, als ich gedacht habe. Gut, dass wir hier stehen können. Ha! Wo auch dann das göttliche Auge für. Ups. Das wird nicht das Sternsplitter jetzt sein. Sonst sehe ich nichts. Das ist ja doch. Das konnte ich aber einfach so sammeln. Das muss ich hier schlagen, ne? Oh, nee, ist doch. Okay.
Now we just need to find that Symposium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Machen wir.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Ja, hallo, alter Mann. Ach, so möchte ich auch angesprochen werden. Definitiv. Hä?
He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Symposium.
Okay.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village?
Mir fällt gerade auf, das ist ja eine Ruine und kein
Guess
Dorf.
we're on our own here.
Ist das gleich ein Geist oder ein Zombie?
Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shinho. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Symposium. But I think you can find some information in the village.
Ja, eben war da noch so ein Zombie und jetzt plötzlich kann er reden.
And this place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Und wenn der Staub der Vergangenheit erzählen könnte. Aufsammeln. Protokoll zum Dorfumzug.
The remains of a god. An abandoned village. Mount Tianheng.
Ich würde das gerne erstmal lesen. Dann kannst du deinen Kommentar abgeben. Jun. Früher lebte im Osten des Dorfes eine Exorzistenfamilie. Aber innerhalb von 2 Wochen starb die Mutter an einer Krankheit. Die kleine Tochter wurde vermisst und kurz darauf erhängte sich der Vater an einem Baum im Hof seines eigenen Hauses. Harter Tobak, du. Wurde bestätigt, dass die Überreste eines bösen Arkons in dem Dorf gefunden wurden. Die Dorfbewohner sind in Panik, da niemand sicher ist, ob die Überreste des bösen Arkons endgültig verschwunden sind. Sei vorsichtig, wenn du dich in diesem Gebiet aufhältst.
Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village? The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
Ich höre hier was glitzern, ja.
What's this?
Der Arzt hat gesagt, du seist schwer krank. Mach dir keine Sorgen. Ich werde alles geben, was ich habe, um dich zu retten. Mein Herz tut weh, wenn ich sehe, wie du immer erschöpfter wirst und deine Krankheit nicht mehr zu behandeln ist. Wie sehr wünschte ich, ich könnte den Schmerz für dich ertragen. Du hast gesagt, dass du in diesem Leben nichts bereust und dass du dir nur wünschst, dass ich mich gut um Shenhe kümmere. Wenn du nicht bereust, warum die Tränen? Ich weiß nicht, was ich in letzter Zeit getan habe. Obwohl ich noch atme, fühle ich mich komplett ausgelaugt. Ich habe alle alten Texte gelesen, die ich in die Finger bekommen konnte, um nach Wegen zu suchen, dich zu retten. Aber es ist völlig sinnlos. Endlich habe ich es gefunden. Es war Mignon. Er hat das Buch, das dich retten konnte, versteckt gehalten. Ich nahm es und folgte dem Anweisungen, einen Gott zu beschwören und ein Opfer darzubringen. Oh oh, der böse Gott. Der Gott erschien. Ich sagte ihm, dass ich bereit sei, mein Leben gegen dein zu tauschen. Er schwieg und zeigte mir auf unsere Tochter. Shana. Der Gott sagte, ihr Schicksal sei es, den Fluch des Unheils zu tragen und dass sie dazu neige, denen, die ihr nahestehen, Schaden zuzufügen. Der Gott sagte auch, dass sie vielleicht sogar die Ursache für deinen Tod war. Da es nun aber so war, dachte ich, ich sollte. Ich habe sie in der Höhle zurückgelassen, die der Gott erwähnt hatte. 3 Tage sind vergangen und immer noch keine Nachricht. Das Warten macht mich unruhig. Ein unheilvolles Gefühl befällt mich. Es tut mir leid, meine Liebe. Verzeih mir. Du auch, Shana. Bitte verzeih mir. Wie dumm ich war. Wie blind. Ich möchte mich bei euch beiden entschuldigen. Persönlich.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Naja. Muss ja kein Drama sein.
Everywhere, but still no mention of Symposium. Let's have a look over there.
Ekelhafter Regen. Das da oben will ich haben. Das da unten will ich haben. Ah! Treffen muss gelernt sein. Aber mir ist jetzt schon kalt. Wenn ich jetzt diesen Regen noch habe, ich mache es nicht besser. Da haben wir uns am nächsten Hinweis. Ein Hinweis, ein Hinweis! Die im Geheimessenz die in Geheimessenz-Erz eingravierte Magie, das Wort sieht so riesig aus, lässt nicht so leicht nach. Und wir glauben, dass dieses Gestein eine Brücke zwischen den Lebenden und Toten ist. Geheimessenz-Erz zu finden ist jedoch nicht einfach. Du musst zur Zeit am richtigen Ort sein. Die Legende besagt, dass du Geheimessenz-Erz finden kannst, wenn du in der Dämmerung im Mittelsee südlich vom Tiannenberg stehst und in die Richtung der untergehenden Sonne schaust.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Symposium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Da ist er.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake!
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts, so I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
Huh?
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Ich sehe gerade, dass diese hellblauen Zöpfe ja gar nicht zu den anderen Haaren passen. Das sieht ein bisschen wild aus.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Wer soll uns denn schlagen? Die alle haben das doch gar nicht qualifiziert. Wir können doch nur noch gewinnen. Was ist in der Nähe? Ja, wir nehmen den hier. Das ist ja ein seltsamer See. So. 17:30. Nein. Ach, das wird schon gehen.
Heart be pure.
Geht das schon wieder?
There is no purer form of water than rain. It can aid us greatly in the purging of evil.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in!
Okay. Das klingt ja doch ganz gut.
goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
Sehr gut.
Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe...
Schöne alte Gesang machen sie an, die Wunderkerne und die Talismane anzufertigen.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Meine Ausdauer. Da kann sich auf jeden Fall noch was verbessern. Wo wir genau hin dann? Achso, da oben wieder. Beim Licht. So. Da wären wir. Nee, da oben war es. Nicht bei dem Typen. Let's go.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What?
Was hat Beidou eigentlich beigetragen?
Already? I haven't even found the plus strike yet.
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Okay.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Eigentlich nicht. Na, guck mal. Das sieht ja genauso aus wie früher.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Achso, ja, die Frage. Also macht ja nur Sinn, dass wir irgendwie. Keine Ahnung, was wir fragen. Weil zu meiner Schwester wird ja eh nichts wissen. Mal gucken. Erhöhe mit der Region von Genshin die Archon-Statue. Lohnt sich immer, würde ich raus, gibt auch gute Belohnung. Ja, und mache ich auch, wenn es immer Sinn macht. Aber ich muss doch mal gucken, wie viel ich habe von diesen Dingern, die wir da zu Opfer bringen müssen. Weil die habe ich lange nicht mehr richtig gesammelt.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
Ich finde ihre Finger echt krass. Oder beziehungsweise die hier mit der Klinge quasi dran.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens.
Aber
I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
wie schaut man euch dann zu, wenn du dann da stehst? Dann sieht das da von unten kein Mensch.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
Oder werden alle Zuschauer hier oben morgen eingeladen? Das bezweifle ich irgendwie.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question and...
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Mora, we just need to come to Ningguang?
Ich glaube, so einfach wird es nicht
No
sein.
more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it. it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Da wird irgendwas angeteasert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know.
Immerhin die Zeremonie, den Aufstieg des Jadgmas feiert, vorzubereiten.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Oh oh. Da steigt es. Nicht schon wieder. Ein Wassermonster.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Okay, dann war das Osalt.
I knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it! Well, let's go fetch the Adepti!
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Eine richtige Falle aufgebaut.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
Das ist der Lieblingskampf, okay? Also die Sequenzen noch gut gemacht auf jeden Fall. weirden Augen.
Child, your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Cooler Move.
What are you doing?
Okay.
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk.
Tatsächlich noch ein Kampf für.
The Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured.
Ich denke mal, ich kann da nicht angreifen. Doch, kann ich.
I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll hurt you.
So, was kostet jetzt?
Let the show begin.
Obey!
Oh, ist er viel zu weit weg. Okay, okay, okay. Nein, auch nicht gut. Oh, I don't like.
Wind, hear me.
So, das zieht einen ran. Böse. Ganz böse. Weilangriffe habe ich nicht.
Manifest!
Dann lassen Sie das. Ist einfach abgehauen. Der auch.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Speed of light.
Obey!
I'll protect us.
Okay. Zu weit weg. Da kommt ein Freundchen.
Unleash! Manifest!
Incoming.
Obey!
Speed of light.
Los, geht drauf. Du hast nicht mehr viel.
Let's dance.
Wo kommt das Wasser? Ah, okay.
From whence you came.
Was passiert jetzt? Oh. Okay. Alright.
One with my blade.
coming. With sword comes shadow. Hey!
Nee.
I'll protect us.
Kommen Sie gerne raus.
Manifest! Obey!
Oh. Oh. Na. Würden Sie mit dem Wassertropfen aushören? Nun?
Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Obey!
Sehr gut.
Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back. I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Sehr schön.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
Bin gespannt, ob die nochmal wieder auftaucht.
You've been monitoring us
Sie haben
for
sich auf jeden
some
Fall
time
offen
now.
gelassen.
I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. but there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child.
Es klingt, als würde sie irgendwie verheiratet werden.
In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Oh, he's pissed.
Have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Ja, cool. Sehr cool. So, aber genau in diesem Moment hören wir für heute auf. Unser kleiner, kurzer Stundenstream. Voraussichtlich werde ich vorerst die Genshin-Streams vom Freitag verschieben auf, ich glaube, donnerstags. Vielleicht auch samstags. Ich weiß noch nicht, welche Tage ich das mache. Aber die bekommen einen neuen Tag, weil freitags ja jetzt erstmal Dragon Ball Daima kommt und ich eigentlich plane dann freitags was zu der aktuellen Folge zu machen. Heute noch nicht, weil Zeit und so und wie ihr seht, ich habe ein bisschen Genshin gespielt. Aber das ist so in Zukunft gedacht und da brauche ich dann den Freitagabend frei. Aber natürlich wird Genshin weitergehen. Ich weiß halt noch nicht ganz sicher, an welchem Tag in der Woche. Ja, das dazu. Sonst wünsche ich euch eine wunderschöne Nacht. Vielen Dank, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt. Ich hoffe, ihr seid beim nächsten Mal wieder dabei. Morgen gibt es nichts, weil ich auf einem Geburtstag voraussichtlich bin. Und am Sonntag zocken wir dann irgendwas. Wahrscheinlich Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Mal gucken. Ja, gerne Daumen nach oben da lassen, um den Kanal zu unterstützen. Wenn ihr es nicht live schaut, auch gerne einen Kommentar da lassen und abonnieren, falls noch nicht getan. Wie gesagt, ich wünsche euch eine wunderschöne Nacht und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns dann wieder. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.
Caving in to our doubts, faces filled with sadness. When words are said, we'll regret. I can see the fire that we made just to save us. When we try to make up for never letting go, said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way better. We can't be heartache together. place a long time ago when I kissed your lips. I can see the fire that we made just to save us when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know